First of all, I'd like to stress that if after watching this video you still want to support Day of Dragons, feel free. However, I won't be missing my words in this critique and review of Day of Dragons as a game and of their business practices. Also, please don't go and attack the developer after this. He doesn't take that sort of thing very well, apparently. It's not very nice. I don't condone or support witch hunting of any kind, and anyone who does this from my community can consider yourselves ostracized. It's nasty, it's unnecessary, and it's really not the point of this video. As a prelude to this, if you haven't already, go watch IGP's video on the topic. It covers the Kickstarter problem and issues, and all the issues that came leading up to the release. I will only be covering issues that have happened since the release, the stuff that I know of, so if you want to get some background into this, go watch that now. You'll find a link in the description. So before I get too deep, let me open up with the fact that IGP and I are hard code banned.
Ooh, the game crashed.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Hey, I'm not. Are you
Wait,
recording?
what?
I swear
I am
to
recording.
God, I just installed. I played it and then went doo-doom and then fucking closed. I literally cannot start the game.
Wait, maybe I can. Hang on, let me have a look. It's just finished
It
install.
says you're playing.
Oh, Windows Firewall. Okay, allow access.
Yeah, I allowed access.
And it crashed! Oh my god!
What?
Are we banned?
You have got to be kidding.
Have we been hard-coded banned? We'd never played, never opened it before, hadn't even had a key or even access to the game, but Jail, the lead developer, has put a function in the game that means we cannot even launch it. If we try to launch it, we just get a black screen and the game crashes immediately. This, while being absolutely hilarious at how petty it is, it's also a direct breach of Steam's terms of service. As it says in the terms of service, the effects of the game ban are determined by the developer and must be consistent with a fact ban, such as being prevented from playing online with other players and or trading items for that game. It cannot prevent the user from launching and playing the game offline. So what J.O. has done is, in his childish baby rage, he has decided to break Steam terms of service and ban us, hard-coded from the game so we can't even play it offline. Now, we did discover this. We have tried playing on alternate accounts, and that worked. I have a Steam account called Not IcyCaress.
Okay. I wonder if other people must be having problems with it, right?
But unless he's actually hard banned us.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if other people are having problems, then it might be the game, and he needs to patch it.
It works! It works on the other Steam account!
Are you kidding?
He's actually hard banned us!
So, okay. Hold on. Let's
let me go back to the other account to be 100% sure.
Be 100%.
I have to be 100% sure here. All right, I'm launching the game on my main account.
Okay, I'm watching you launch it. Oh, I should launch it for the people who are
and
in here now. What's up, people, by the way?
So it's only our accounts and our Steam IDs that have been banned without the consent of Steam. Now, when I discovered this fact, I did try and communicate with Jill. However, in doing so, I went on a nice little trip down ban lane. I've been banned on Discord, blocked on Twitter, blocked on email, so I went to the last place I really could, the Day of Dragons community forums on Steam. So now I have no choice but to levy a report to Steam about this, but before I do, let's talk about some other interesting terms of service JO is breaking. Steam Early Access has some very strict rules about what you need to do, and JO is ignoring about half of them. For example, you must include Steam Early Access branding and information about the current state of your game on any third-party sites where you're distributing Steam keys for your Early Access game. You must include the Steam Early Access branding as well as current information on the state of your game and a link to the Steam Early Access frequently asked questions on any site where you're selling Steam keys for your Early Access title. On the Day of Dragons website, there is zero easily accessible information about the current state of the game. Instead, what you'll find is a mishmash of features that are implied as being in the game, but are no way currently in, and features that are barely implemented in their basest form. This is dangerously misleading, and the only way to find out if the game is Steam Early Access from that portal is to add the game to your cart and then scroll down on the purchase page, where we are greeted with these very friendly words, which is illegal in the EU. The EU Right of Withdrawal dictates that for any digital content purchased online, you can, if it is not used, and are allowed to request a refund. Denying this refund is grounds for harsh punishments. Now let's have a look at some of the other rules. For example, number 2, do not make specific promises about the future events. The Steam store page and the websites are nothing but future promises. There is literally nothing there that informs the user clearly of what's currently in the game, or that the entire game is a glorified tech demo with zero custom assets and a barely functioning base. Not much else I can really say about that except, damn Jail, read the bloody rules. Rule number 5 is a doozy. Make sure you set expectations properly everywhere you talk about your game. The New Dragon's website has 0 updates, 0 indication of the current state of the game, and 0 news sections to inform players of, for example, the game's serious lack of promised content and the fact that your Dragon's progress isn't even saved on the server when you log out. The only way to discover this fact is by logging out. And I'll just leave Rule 6 there. I don't need to touch that. That just speaks for itself. All in all, the game and its community handling is a complete mess right now in terms of following simple, basic terms of service and listening to criticism. This isn't even going into Jail's worrying ignorance of international laws. For example, the EU right to access data, which requires a company upon receiving a request to package up and send every bit of data they hold on servers or storage about a user. This would include chat logs, account details, etc., etc. I'm not confident myself from what I've seen of Jail that he would be able to perform this basic, necessary task. And that could come with harsh ramifications. Now finally, the point of the video onto an actual game review. This is coming from someone who's outside the community, who has not kept up with the updates because I've been banned. IGP and I managed to play after creating alternate accounts on Steam and using them to load up the game, as obviously our main accounts were still hard banned, which was against the Steam's terms of service. The game is a glorified broken chat room. You can hatch. You can get killed. You can eat. You can drink. You can sleep. When you grow up, you get to fly around a featureless barren map. Fun. The main draw of the game for people is a glorified chat room for early access backers who seem to be lost in the sunk cost fallacy, desperately hanging on to Jail's every word for an inkling that something will go well. It's worth mentioning that a major update for the game was added, allowing the ability to bite and breathe fire. Except biting has no sound, no indication that you are hitting anything, bugs out if you tap it too fast, and doesn't have a direction. The fire breath is cool, except it's just 8 to 10 power codes being pushed out of the mouth randomly and has no indication of direction or damage as well. Fun. When I approached IGP and asked if we could play Day of Dragons, it was to get gameplay footage to make a genuine review. It's turned out into far more than that. It's turned into the exposition of someone who had made $500,000 off of a tech demo and frequently breaks Steam's terms of service, treats its community like trash, and releases a barely functioning program on Steam as an early access game, when he had over $500,000 in funding to take the game private for a while for development. There are so many options for tech demos. You can make them a free pre-alpha on Steam so anyone can try it. You can make a free demo for people to play while you develop the game. Hell, you could even keep it private for your supporters. Instead, Jail decided to release it for $20 on Steam as an early access title without a single custom asset, with 0 custom code, using blueprints, which when you look at the screenshots Jail posts, makes it a miracle that the game even runs. And he's charging $20 for it after receiving $500,000 of backing. I should also mention the positive reviews for the game are absolutely hilarious, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll just leave a little link for you to enjoy them in the description, and here's a couple of my favorites. At the end of the day, I never intended to make anything like this from the beginning. Jail has been repeatedly attacking me and my character behind closed doors and in public, and at this point, I've had enough. The state of the game and how it's been handled has been nothing short of pure and utter incompetence. And that's the facts. I fear for its future. Peace.